What is good, YouTube? Nako speaking. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to another video. And if you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Please like the video at the end of the video, and please share with your friends. And when you subscribe, please do hit the bell notification so you can be notified whenever I drop a new video. So in today I'll be showing you guys the Forex trendline strategy. So in my past video I was showing you guys, I uploaded a video explaining how to use trend lines, what are trend lines, and how to identify the trend of the market. But then in today's video I'll be showing you guys the trend line strategy, how to use trend lines in an effective way so you guys can profit. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to start off here with USD CHF on the weekly time frame, and I'll explain step by step what you need to do. So starting off with your chart plane like this, you go to your highest, to a high time frame, so that you can see and identify the trend of the market. So as you can see, this market here is in a downtrend. As you can see here, this market is in a downtrend here. Guys, using the trend line strategy, you need to know what is a trend line. So a trend line is a line with two or more lows. A trend line with one low is not a trend line. So as you can see here, this trend line here has 1 and 2 lows. So it must have 2 or more lows or 2 or more highs. So yeah, and yeah. So you go to your highest time frame, you identify the trend of the market. After that, you go to your lower time frame. Let's go to the daily chart. So guys, wait, let me see. Let's go to the weekly chart and let's just zoom in. So guys, the trendline strategy is that when you have 2 or more lows like this, if the market could come back to this trend line, we know that if it let me just we know that if the market comes back to this trend line here, if it comes back to this trend line here, we're expecting a buy. It's that simple. We're expecting a buy from this trend line because it is a strong support trend line. It has 2 or more lows, this being our first and this being our second. So our third one, we're expecting a buy to the upside. Okay, that explained, let me just delete this and let's go to our lower time frame. Okay, so this here is a perfect example of how this strategy works. As you can see here, we have this trend line here. And another thing, guys, a valid trend line doesn't go through candles, so this is not a trend line. If it goes through candles like this, it's not a trend line. A trend line is the structure of the market. Like for instance, here, this point here and this point here, this is a valid trend line, this is a valid trend line here, and here also this one I just draw here, it's a valid trend line. So guys, here we have it, the trend line strategy. The market came to this trend line, bounced off and came back to this trend line. It created this support trend line, bounced off here and came back to our trend line here. It bounced off and it sold to the downside. So if you were to catch this sell here, you would be profiting around 3,700 pips plus or minus. And yeah, it's that easy. But then this is on the weekly chart. So let's go down, let's go to the lower time frame. Let me just zoom in. So here we have the current market. The current market is currently in an uptrend in the lower time frame, and here we have another trend line here. And we have another one here. And another one here. So as you can see, the market is currently in a uptrend on our current price or market. So if the market would come to this trend line here, we would be expecting a sell to the downside and our take profit would be on this trend line here, or we would expect a buy, a breakout of trend line to the upside of the market, and our take profit would be our nearest support, which is this one here. And this being our take profit, we would be looking at more chances, looking at more opportunities to trade. If it breaks this trend line, if it breaks this support here, resistance here, we would be looking for buys to the next trend line, which is this one here. And then if it reaches this trend line, we would be looking for the long-term sell to the downside to this trend line here, or we would be, if it breaks this trend line, we would be looking for the sell to the downside, and our take profit would be here, the nearest support. Yes, and that's how the trend line, the Forex trend line strategy works. This is how you can use your trend lines effectively in the market. So guys, please make sure you check out my previous videos, how to identify the trend of the market, how to use trend lines, and how to draw trend lines, and my latest video, how to use support and resistance. That video will show you how to use your support and resistance areas effectively and how to profit about 3,000 plus or minus 3,000 pips. And yeah, and that's all from me today. Peace.